Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Red Room. Today, we're going to take a look at the newest and coolest and darkest version of Darker.
Exactly. But before that, a
Yes.
short update on other things. Um, we are going to do something new, a kind of a series of new releases, like a magazine. There's no title yet. We are just talking about this because if you have something that you have ran for any of our games, or even if it wasn't for any of our games, but if you want to adapt it to one of our games, get in touch because we are going to accept submissions from other people to be published in that design that may be called what? Red alerts, red lines,
I voted for Red Alert, but
maybe other.
probably I'm going to pick the others because I forget names. Well, it's a zine a bit like the Wretched Versus, but not. This is not for Wretched, it's for Red.
Exactly because
And
in this case I'm planning on doing not just one thing per magazine but other stuff. So
Mhm,
the Red Shirt verses were more like the Pandit fans.
mhm,
This
mhm.
would be more like an actual magazine with different. I'm not going to write any articles, at least not for now. But still, it will have different types of content, not just one thing. It could be fiction. It could
I
be,
was going to say that, yes, fiction, and I mean articles, if someone wants to submit an article.
yeah, of course, and all that.
Are you considering interviews, written interviews?
Perhaps yes. I wouldn't go there right now. I'm not,
I know, I know flashbacks, but
but
it'll be easy for you, right?
maybe it's a possibility. So let's see. So for now, it's just this is just an idea, not really materialized yet. But because we will need content, um, I'm just getting this out there because people need time to prepare stuff. Okay, that said, it's time for Darker. So Darker was recently.
And there's another news that there's a promotion on
Oh yeah,
itch.io.
yeah. So we have a promo until the end of this month on each. Um, which probably I will have to put a link down there, right? Yeah, because it's not directly from the site. So if you want to buy anything that was made for Ratchet, you will have a discount, a 40% discount. So it's a good one. Okay, so now it's time for Darker. Okay, so Darker was updated several times, but some were just small updates. Those small updates that we do from time to time. This time it was a big update, mostly art, but still a very large one. So all the AI was removed. The cover, which was not AI, but because I was replacing stuff, I also replaced the cover. And there was also some corrections, some layout issues that I fixed, some new material, but not that much. Um, and so it's different now. At least it looks different now. And because it looks different, while we have already showed uh, darker before, interesting. They have changed the layout for this restream. I was noticing some differences, but I hadn't looked at it before. Okay, so the
The
cover
cover.
is different. I like the other one. This one is a little bit different. It implies more the supernatural side of it. This one is by Derek Stevens. The original one was by Jeremy Hart. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the books so you can see that. So this is the
Is it
old.
the old cover?
So it wasn't removed. It was just placed in another page. I'm going to go through the book because it looks different. So you should. you should look at it before buying it and see how it looks. These pages with weird margins are all by Mark. These are bits of fiction that can be used as plot hooks. These were already in the first edition, in the previous edition, but they have different illustrations now. So some of the illustrations are actual drawings, others are stock art that was modified. Um, and what? Okay, so I'm not going into the rules. You don't need to know a lot about that. I'm just going to explain a bit how it works, how it, in what it is different from red, basic red. So in this case, you probably won't have any bonuses to toughness, but there's an optional rule for that if you want to have tougher characters. After the archetypes section, there is an optional section with some bonuses in terms of skills and toughness point, health points, besides the basic toughness equals health, which is
This is for those people that don't feel, well, in Dark is supposed to be a deadly game, but because some people don't feel comfortable with that, or they want to play something more action.
So if that is the case, so you'll find here archetype specific enhancements and combat and violence focused archetypes, which are a bunch of them. These ones have bonus points for health and other things. The other archetypes also have some bonuses, but different kinds of bonuses. Okay, that's one of the things that changes. The different thing is also character allegiance. Not most games don't have this, but that's just. This is not exactly, though it's not optional because it doesn't. It might or might not be used by the game master, depending on his game. So it's not quite optional. It's not a rule. It's just a chance to introduce something that can help the character. And the something in here is an organization to which the characters might belong. So there are a few that are fictional. So the Sentinel Initiative, the Sikori Scholars Foundation, and then there are also the Arcanum. And then there are the real ones that can be police forces or special forces or secret services, that kind of thing. Okay, so skills work as always, and none of these illustrations were made by warped plots. These ones were all stock art, unmodified stock art. I didn't change anything about drawbacks or perks. The game has, because this one was, if I'm not mistaken, the first
Yes.
game. It kept it kept a more similar approach to.
But I also think that Sin in Virtues makes sense for Darker.
Yes. In this case, it makes sense. So if you prefer the Sins and Virtues from Ratchet to what we started using after that, which was that scale, Sins and Virtues are an option here. If you don't like the Sins and Virtues from Ratchet, or if you don't think they belong here, well, then in that case, you have a Path of Taint and Virtue, which is what sometimes not using this name, but it's always the same thing. It's a scale. You go towards the light or the dark side, and that's it. Now, here there are some changes in the acquisition. Well, not quite changes, an addition. I've started doing actually, it's not here, but it's in the book. um, because not everybody likes acquisition rules, and so in red it was already introduced. And if you want to use the currency conversion, well, in this case, you don't really need conversion. It's the real world. So, well, just use prices, prices, and but you can use the same structure in red, which has some fixed changes about how to transform the acquisition bonuses and all that. And if you want to introduce lifestyle as well, you can use that from red or other red book. Okay, so none of this has changed anything except obviously the illustrations. You probably noticed that the full pages are all modified stock art like this one. And is there something that you want to say about Dark?
No, I like the full pages. Well, I already told you that. I didn't add. Let me say that on record. Yeah, I really like this chapter separation there.
I think the way that because it creates a more cohesive.
And it serves the style. Yeah, I mean, in this, it also serves the style of Darker very, very, very well.
Yeah. The original one, not the original, the last version, I used AI, but it was photorealistic. It looked kind of well, it wasn't bad, but the problem was exactly that it wasn't cohesive.
But I like this style also. I always like this modified photographs.
As I said, not all are modified photos. Some are actual drawings, and they probably have noticed some of those. Not these, of course. This is a stock art, but there are a few that are illustrations.
Yes, but I mean, but overall, yeah, really.
Of course, the first book already had illustrations. We didn't get yet. We'll get to that next. But those were by Jeremy Hart. Okay, so
here they are. Yes.
Here. All the archdemons and infernal entities were initially and still, they are still here, by Jeremy Hart. But in the here, for example, is an illustration by Mark Plotz. I can't remember what was here before, but I know it was a photorealistic image by AI because that's what I used throughout the book.
If you remembered what was there, it's going to be strange, especially because you have a bad memory. And this is a huge book.
Yeah, if you count them, you will notice that the ones that are replaced are a lot. I don't know how many, but they are a lot.
Yes.
There are also some. I think there are some more of these.
I think so, but I'm not sure. But I was thinking, I think there are also more, right?
Some of these, not many. I'm not entirely sure because I've been doing this in different books, so and I have added other stuff by Mark, also to the next one, which will also be. I'm also doing something like this to New Flash. Not exactly the same thing, of course. Actually, totally different because the artist is another one. But I'm also updating it, so I'm not entirely sure. But I think so. I think I've added a few of this. So the book now is 613 pages. Okay, this last part we can skip it because most of the illustrations here
is the same as the big ones.
Yeah, already by Jeremy. So it's noticeable again by the end when we get into this part here. which is basically photos of NPCs, a few
Mhm.
logos for organizations, again, and images of people or sometimes not really people. And I guess it's, well, I'm just going to skip ahead and show the, I slightly modified the character sheet as well. I modified the font. Okay, so I guess we get, you got the
Yes.
gist of it. It's different. It looks different. And I also added, I didn't mention before, some rules clarifications in places. I had already did that because, again, this was the first Red game, so the since I started doing the other ones, there were a few changes. It was updated several times. Now it was updated again in terms of rules clarifications brought in from other games. So it will probably, if you have bought it previously in paper format, if you want to buy it again, of course you can buy it again. But there's probably not really that much.
There's not
Because,
that much new content or changes, right?
yeah,
I mean, I would say it's almost cosmetic in details.
yeah, this is mostly cosmetic. So unless you really like this, then probably you don't need it.
I'm laughing because it's the worst. Yeah, I mean, we suck at marketing. Oh, I just changed the book again. Oh, but don't buy it. You don't have to. Yeah.
I have to say that because people
Yeah,
will
yeah, yeah. Because there's people say, "Oh, you're changing
well,
it again."
I'm making it prettier for people who are going to buy it next. If you really want it, you can buy it, but it's not mandatory in any way. But if you want the new PDF, that I think that it's probably better because the rules clarifications might help, um, and you can look at it in a different perspective, in a different with different illustrations. If you have purchased it before, you can, as you probably already know, you can download it wherever you purchase it, uh, including our store, that is not a store anymore, but
But it's still there.
the products are still there. You can still download them. Same on itch. You can also download it there or Lulu. And I'm almost finished with the new Flash as well. So we are going to do another video.
It may be the next one. Let's see.
Yeah, possibly the next video, depends. If we don't count the next game session, which will be tomorrow.
Yes, I mean the next video that is not a game session.
Yeah. So it might be that one. I'm almost finished. I'm just waiting for a few illustrations. As long since we are talking about that, we can also mention it. This one will be mostly illustrated by Chris. The cover is by the same author, Ibai Canales, but not the same one. This one is amazing. Best cover. Best cover for New Flash since the beginning, and one of the best covers, at least one of the best in terms of capturing the spirit of the game. It might not, maybe there are better pieces that you like better or whatever, but I really think this one captures the essence of New Flash, which is difficult. So
Yeah.
the previous one was pretty good, but there was something there missing. Now all the elements are almost all of the elements, because it's a very, very weird game, but most elements are there now. So I think you're going to like it, and the inside is very good. This will be the best version ever of our best game. I'm sure about that. So if you are still watching this, be sure to
I
watch the
think
next.
you'll get to the point that yes, I mean you're going to eventually stop doing new versions because you cannot improve things, new Flash more after this one.
Yeah,
At least
well,
not so soon.
yeah, no, I'm not expecting anything like this anyway. Of course, sometimes people find stuff. I don't know, not just a typo, of course.
Yeah, but
But
that's different.
I'm not going to issue
Typos
that
another thing is completely change the game.
small stuff like, but might be small, but it might be important, like a rule that's not clearly explained, and do an update. But those updates are small, and then not like this one. No, there has been an investment in these two games. In the case of Darker, I'm not sure if it was needed. It was just because, well, let's do a fully human illustrated version. Even though some of the things are stock art, but they are modified by a person, so heavily modified. Um, I wouldn't have done those.
Mhm.
I'm not that good at photoshopping stuff, so that's why I decided to ask someone else to do this kind of job, and I think Warplot did a pretty good job, and is probably going to do some more stuff for us next for other new versions. Probably stuff for Darker. Things that were not adapted to Red yet, like Orpheum Lofts, like.
Mhm.
And those, I don't think that I should invest a lot in really in actual illustrations. So
But I like the modified stock art, and I think it
yeah,
totally matches the tone of these games.
it should work.
Mhm.
Those are, I think, I mostly for those the old GL scenarios.
Mhm.
And Welcome to St. Cloud. I mostly use photorealistic AI, so I can easily replace the photorealistic AI with actual photos of people, but modified. Um, of course, I'll have to have new covers, but that's a different thing. Maybe using the same system, perhaps modified stock art as well. Let's see. Well, this is not a plan yet.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so enough rubbish, and stay tuned because there will be another video like this one, but about new Flash.
Okay.
Bye bye.